Out of all the holidays, Halloween is probably the best one to let your creativity flow, not only in terms of decoration, but also in terms of costume design and makeup. In case you are the creative type, however, you can always fall back on the ghost, the staple of Halloween costumes and also one of the easiest and fastest costumes to make. Simply throw over a white bedsheet, cut 2 to 5 holes in it depending on how much fun you want to have, and you are good to go. But this begs the question, why would a ghost even dress in white bedsheets? Ghosts have been part of popular culture for thousands of years. They appear in Homer's Odyssey, in Shakespeare, and in Charles Dickens' classic novel A Christmas Carol. But none of these ghosts look anything like the bedsheet ghosts. Instead, they usually appeared in the clothes they died in. However, this presented a few logistical challenges for theaters at that time. Particularly, how do you make sure audiences can tell the difference between living characters and dead ones? In Shakespeare's day, it was therefore common to dress ghosts in old medieval armor. By doing so, the character was given an out-of-date look and was therefore recognizable as a ghost. Of course, the heavy armor was very noisy and made the actors' movement clumsy and slow. So by the 19th century, the sight of an armored ghost on stage was more likely to bring laughter than fear. A different look for a ghost character was needed, one that would allow the actor to move smoothly and silently, and even allowed him to be lowered on stage. From there on, actors began to appear draped in white cloth to portray ghosts. The reason for it is simple. Wooden coffins, like we use them today to bury the deceased, were a luxury that most people couldn't afford in these times. Instead, the poor wrapped their dead in white cloth, so-called burial shrouds, which covered and protected the corpses. These were traditionally made of linen, in imitation of Jesus' burial shrouds, and later of wool. So if you wanted to scare someone by pretending to be a reanimated corpse that had crawled out of its grave, dressing in white sheets was a pretty simple yet effective way to do this. It was in fact so effective that ghost impersonators terrorizing their neighborhood became a downright scourge in bigger cities of the 18th and 19th century. Despite this, or maybe because of it, the bedsheet ghost quickly became a theatrical convention dominating popular ghost stories for the next 200 years, well into the 20th century. The popularization of Halloween in America, prompted by Irish immigrants, did the rest to make sure that the archetype of the ghost as someone or something being draped in sheets has remained with us unchanged, long after burial shrouds went out of fashion.